You don't buy this car to arrive somewhere. You buy it to make arrival irrelevant, because by the time you step out, the room has already adjusted itself around you. That's the kind of power the 2027 Rolls-Royce Phantom still carries, in a world obsessed with performance numbers, screens, and subscriptions. This isn't just another luxury sedan fighting for attention. This is the benchmark everyone else quietly measures themselves against, even if they'll never admit it. And the real question isn't whether the Phantom is impressive. It always has been. The real question is whether in 2027, with ultra-luxury SUVs everywhere and electric limousines redefining silence, the Phantom still justifies its existence and its price. Because let's be honest, this car lives in a segment where value means something very different. Visually, the Phantom doesn't chase trends. It doesn't need to. The design still feels like architecture on wheels rather than automotive styling. That upright grille isn't trying to look aggressive or futuristic. It looks permanent, like it's been there for 100 years and will still be there long after whatever's trendy right now fades away. The proportions are unapologetically massive, but they're calm. There's no drama for drama's sake. The lines are clean, the surfaces are deliberate, and everything about it signals authority without shouting. Even the spirit of ecstasy feels less like an ornament and more like a signature. This is one of the few cars left where size doesn't feel excessive. It feels intentional. And when you get closer, that's when the details start doing the talking. The depth of the paint. The way reflections melt into the bodywork. The doors that don't open, they glide. This is a car that makes other luxury sedans feel like they're trying a bit too hard. Under the hood, Rolls-Royce hasn't reinvented the formula, and that's very much the point. The Phantom continues with its twin-turbo V12, not because it needs the bragging rights, but because nothing else delivers power this smoothly, this quietly, this effortlessly. In the real world, this engine doesn't feel fast in the traditional sense. It feels inevitable. You press the accelerator and the car simply gathers speed without drama, without urgency, without noise. There's no kick-down theatrics, no artificial sound pumped through speakers. It just moves, like gravity decided to cooperate with you today, and that's something no spec sheet can explain properly. The steering is light, precise enough, but intentionally isolated. Feedback isn't the goal here, calm is. The suspension, paired with Rolls-Royce's latest road scanning technology, does something genuinely unsettling the first time you experience it. Bad roads don't register as impacts, they register as suggestions. Speed bumps feel like polite requests rather than obstacles. This is not a car you drive hard. It's a car that lowers your blood pressure the moment you settle into it. Even at highway speeds, the Phantom doesn't feel like it's moving through air. It feels like the world is moving around it. But the real Phantom experience doesn't fully reveal itself from behind the wheel. It reveals itself in the back. Open the rear door, and the outside world basically loses its relevance. The cabin isn't designed like a car interior. It's designed like a private space that just happens to move. Materials aren't described in trim levels. They're described in conversations. Real wood, real metal, real leather, finished by hands that don't rush. The dashboard's gallery concept continues to evolve, allowing owners to commission artwork sealed behind glass. And that detail alone perfectly sums up who this car is for. This isn't about features, it's about personal expression at a level most brands don't even attempt. The seats are absurdly comfortable, but not in a soft, sink-in way. They're supportive, perfectly shaped, and endlessly adjustable. Rear legroom is more than generous, it's excessive. You don't sit behind someone in a Phantom, you occupy your own zone. The silence inside is still one of the Phantom's greatest flexes. Rolls-Royce has refined its insulation to the point where even the idea of noise feels distant. Conversations happen at a whisper. Music doesn't need volume to feel rich. Long drives don't fatigue you, they reset you. Technology is present, but it's never dominant. Screens are integrated, not celebrated. Everything works smoothly, but nothing screams for attention. This isn't a car trying to impress you with animations, it's a car confident enough to let you discover things slowly. Now let's talk about practicality because yes, even at this level it matters. The Phantom is massive and there's no pretending otherwise. Tight city streets, cramped parking structures, and chaotic traffic aren't its natural habitat. You can daily drive it, but it demands space and patience. The trunk is more than adequate for luggage, and rear passengers have space to work, relax, or disappear entirely. But this isn't a car you throw around errands in. It's a car you plan your day around, or more realistically, your driver does. Which brings us to ownership reality. The price of the 2027 Phantom sits comfortably in the don't ask category, but you're realistically starting well north of $500,000 once personalization begins. And it will begin. Very few Phantoms leave the factory without significant customization, and that's where costs escalate quickly. Running costs aren't outrageous by ultra-luxury standards, but they're not subtle either. Maintenance is meticulous. Fuel consumption is generous in the way only a V12 can be. Depreciation exists, but it's different here. These cars don't drop value the way mass-market luxury sedans do. They soften, then stabilize, especially when specified well. Compared to competitors like the Bentley Flying Spur or even ultra-luxury electric alternatives, the Phantom doesn't try to win on technology or sportiness. It wins on presence, craftsmanship, and the feeling that nothing about this car was compromised to meet a price point or trend. So who is this car actually for? The Phantom is for someone who values discretion over drama, comfort over performance stats, and craftsmanship over features. It's for buyers who don't want to explain their success. They want it quietly understood. It's not for enthusiasts chasing engagement, and it's definitely not for anyone who wants attention through noise or speed. And that's the trade-off. If you want cutting-edge tech, self-driving theatrics, or sporty feedback, this isn't your car. The Phantom chooses timelessness over novelty, and that choice won't appeal to everyone. But here's the truth. In a world where luxury is increasingly defined by screens, subscriptions, and software updates, the 2027 Rolls-Royce Phantom feels almost rebellious. It reminds you that true luxury isn't about what a car can do. It's about how it makes you feel every single time you're inside it. Is it worth the money? Objectively, no car is. But subjectively, if this is the experience you want, if you value silence, presence, and effortlessness above all else, there's still nothing quite like it. So I want to know what you think. If you had the means, would you choose the Phantom, or would you go for something more modern, more tech-focused, maybe even electric? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoy deep, honest breakdowns of cars that go beyond the brochure, you know what to do.